you got to train yourself just to take yourself somewhere else. There's gonna be a lot of times on the floor where you're tired in the fourth quarter, and you kind of do the same thing. You just push yourself through.
When it comes to the NBA, you can't help but notice how various players try and go all out in order to keep their bodies in shape, but also go and push themselves beyond their limits in order to get into an even better shape, and thus become even greater players. And in both recent history and NBA history, there have been some shocking transformations that have happened. So allow us to show you the top 10 insane NBA body transformations you wouldn't believe. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 8, Michael Jordan. Yeah, it's kinda hard to talk about transforming oneself without talking about Michael Jordan, because while some people would think that he has a consistent body type throughout his career, well, you'd be very wrong. And for proof of this, you need to look no further than The Last Dance. Because when you look at Michael Jordan and where he was when he started as a rookie to how he looked at the end of his time with the Bulls, it's a very different person.
Chicago with possession. Nice cross-court feed. Jordan going in, throws it up. He puts it in on an amazing move.
Now, that's not to say that the original version of Michael wasn't good. He was great. But at one point, he knew he had to do more. A lot more. And that was because of the Detroit Pistons. Michael noted that they brutalized him in terms of their physical play. Even Dennis Rodman said he doesn't know how Michael got out of it alive. So what did he do? Well, after losing to the Pistons again in the Eastern Conference Finals, he knew he had to bulk up, get even stronger, put on some serious muscle, and take the fight to them. And he did just that. The Bulls swept the Pistons, and Michael would go on to win 3 straight titles. Then he went and played baseball, came back to the NBA, and wasn't in peak condition. So the day after he lost to the Orlando Magic, he started training again. And when he came back, the 95-96 Bulls became the most dominant team ever. Sorry, Warriors. We could also talk about his Wizards transformation, but, well, let's not. The point is, Michael Jordan did a lot to transform himself over the years, and that is what helped make him such a great player. Or as many would say, made him the GOAT. Number 7, Julius Randle. Let's now focus on a player in the NBA right now, okay? While he was good in the 2018-2019 season, even playing like an all-star in some people's minds, the Lakers front office said that they felt he could be better, and so they stated that he should try and lose more weight. And he did that in just 3 weeks. He lost 10 pounds, gained a lot of muscle, almost to the point where he was apparently 6% body fat. 6%. I'm jealous.
Victoria's Secret next top model. Let's go, girl.
Number 6, Mike Bibby. Now, to be fair, Mike Bibby isn't in the NBA currently, but when he was there, he was a really good player, and many agree he was criminally underrated. One of the reasons for this, though, was his body type. It just didn't turn heads, and eventually he found himself out of the league and into the Big 3 league run by Ice Cube.
You know, when you get a call from him, you don't turn it down. But he's told me about the league, and once he said that, I was in.
And guess what? He went from the scrawny b-ball player to one of the most jacked people in the entire world. Just look at him and his new bod. Yeah, that really is Mike Bibby. Pretty crazy, right? Number 5, Miles Turner. Now, by this point, you might think that everyone who gets a big transformation is going to be solid gold on the court, right? Well, Miles Turner would say otherwise. You see, Miles Turner decided that he wanted to go and get more in shape. So he changed his diet, going and doing yoga and working out in new ways. He went from 14% body fat to 7% body fat in just 5 weeks.
I took a class and I realized how hard it was and how intense it was, and I gained a whole new respect for yoga athletes.
So that's a win all around, right? Well, the caveat here is that though he is likely even more in shape and stronger, that did not translate onto the basketball court. In the season that was, he apparently did worse despite being in better shape, proving once again that your skills need to improve as much as your body type. Number 4, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has a very, roller coaster life when it comes to the NBA, because when he came into the league as part of the Orlando Magic, he was dubbed the next Shaq and seemed destined to be a part of an NBA Finals winning team.
Nelson escaping Holiday, the lob for Howard, oh man!
Problem was, while he did get to the NBA Finals on his own after leaving the Magic, he went downhill in many ways. He played for multiple teams, and despite still being good, he was nowhere near the superstar level that he used to be. This year though, he went back to the Lakers, last time being there with Steve Nash and Kobe, and things were better, mainly because of his absolutely jacked physique. He is so shredded he's been referred to as having the body of a Greek god, which the Lakers will need in the Eastern Conference Finals. Number 3, Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo went from being just another player in the league to a superstar with the Indianapolis Pacers.
Here's Oladipo for the lead! Indiana has the lead!
However, while a star with them, their playoff endeavors left something to be desired, so he wanted to do better for himself and his team. Granted, their playoff performances still wasn't where they wanted it to be, but Oladipo was coming off an injury, and it was the pandemic year, so a lot of teams just get a pass because of the layoff. Next year, though, he might just shock everyone. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. We'd be foolish to not talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo here, because his transformation over the years has not just been shocking, it's changed the NBA forever, and his story is still going, which means he might be transforming even more. When Giannis came into the NBA, he was just a stick of a tall man that no one could pronounce correctly.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo.
Not the best start to one's career, and to make matters worse, while he is okay in his first season, he was hardly making a splash like many thought he would. So thus, he decided to work with trainers to overhaul both himself and his game. To be clear, it was not a quick fix. It took him a season or two to get to the body type he wanted to be at. The result was Giannis becoming one of the most dominant players in the entire NBA. He won last year's MVP and is slated to win it again this year, which is something few players in the modern NBA can say. And the craziest thing about his transformation is that it'll only stop when he wants it to stop. So who knows how he'll look by the time we get to his final year. Of course, the downside to this transformation is that while it's been great for his game, he's stumbled in the playoffs, including the bubble playoffs that are going on where his team did okay, but Giannis wasn't as dominant as one might expect, and an injury made it so he couldn't play as well. Could next year be better? Well, absolutely, but only time will tell if things truly get better or just stay the same.
To get the better up, there you go. Antetokounmpo! Oh, he caught a body!
Number 1, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is from Serbia, and when he came into the NBA, he made an instant impact on the Denver Nuggets, instantly putting them into title contention in serious ways. In fact, they have one of the better records in the Western Conference and entered the bubble playoffs with ease, but more on that in a bit. The problem though was that while Jokic was powerful and incredibly skilled, many felt he was very overweight, which in part led to the Nuggets underperforming in certain ways in the NBA season before the lockdown, including not making a good run into the playoffs in multiple years. He took that to heart though and apparently dropped 40 pounds during the lockdown that was going on. Now just think about that. He didn't have access to various gyms and professional equipment, which meant he did everything on his own. Yet clearly he wanted to get better, so he did.
I was a little bit overweight, and then now I lost a lot of weight, and I'm feeling good out there.
The irony of this transformation is evident in the series he just finished with the Los Angeles Clippers. The Nuggets were down 3-1, yet they stormed back and won the series, and Jokic was a boss the whole way, not even looking tired as they got into the late minutes of Game 7. That shows strength, conditioning, and a lockdown transformation that many would be proud of. Will they make it to the finals? Well, who knows, but if they do, they can thank Jokic for being 110% when the playoffs came. So what did you think? What did you think of this look at the various NBA players who have gone from having one body type to another, or who went and got themselves some extra muscles so that they could perform better? Which transformation shown was your favorite? Which player surprised you the most in regards to the transformation they undertook? Do you know another player who could have been on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.